sorry to bother you. You may not know me, but are you Amy? The famous Amy who's 36 years old and hasn't even had kids yet? You're basically a grandma.
What? What in the world is this about? Never mind that. Who are you anyway? Why are you randomly reaching out to me anyway?
Answer the question first. It's quite rude not to answer when someone asks you a question, don't you think? Answering a question with another question is the worst.
I can say the same to you. Isn't it quite rude to not even introduce yourself or tell me who you are before firing off questions? Where are your manners? You clearly know who I am, but I have no idea who you are. So why don't you tell me? Isn't it only natural I am surprised by some random person reaching out to me and knowing such personal information about me?
Yeah, okay. Gosh, for a grandma, you sure are quite an annoying person. I can tell I don't like you already. Fine, have it your way. If you're going to be so pushy about it, my name is Samantha. I'm a student over at a New York medical facility.
New York Medical University, you say? So you're a medical student then? That is pretty impressive. Well, what can I do for you? What do you want?
That's right. Way to put two and two together, Grandma. So I will get right down to it then. I am the medical student who is dating Matthew. I figured it's about time to break the news of our relationship to you.
What? Matthew? Are you really trying to tell me that you're really dating my husband, Matthew? I mean, you do know he's married, right? To me, no less.
Yeah, I don't care too much about that. I never gave that too much thought. All that matters is he's my boyfriend and I'm his girlfriend. That's just the way it is.
So let me just see if I have this right. In other words, what you're telling me is he's cheating on me? With you?
Hey, excuse you. Don't use such filthy language when describing a love that is so pure, such as mine and Matt's. I get you're clearly jealous, but sheesh, you don't have to speak so rudely about it.
I am merely asking for the truth. As his wife, I have a right to know the answers to these questions. If the roles were reversed, wouldn't you expect to be asked these questions? I need to know how you and my husband are really connected.
Yep, sure. Whatever you say, you old hag. Anyway, see you later, Grandma. Oh, sorry to have to break the horrible news to you.
You really sound carefree over the whole situation. Is that just who you are as a person? Just a giant airhead? That must just be your personality.
Well, I have been told by several people I have a bubbly and endearing personality, actually. Are you trying to hurt my feelings because you think I am talking down to you? Please.
What are you talking about? That's not it at all. You're acting like a child.
Well, I am 22 years old. Quite a bit younger than you old hag.
Right. And what does that have to do with anything?
Well, compared to me, no matter how you look at it, you're just a normal-looking middle-aged woman. Like I said, you're practically a grandma already. I am just better than you in every way. As a woman, as a human being. I just have more value than you do.
Of course, there are several other 36-year-old women out there like me. Can't deny that. But you should grow up a little bit. You shouldn't put so much worth on whether or not someone is married. Or their age.
What? Who do you think you are talking to me like that?
Anyway, you do know Matthew is 38 years old, right? Even older than me. He is over 15 years older than you. So by your logic, that would make him an old man, right?
Oh, please. A man in their 30s is much different than a woman in their 30s. Matthew is just oozing with charisma and charm. Not to mention, he is such a good-looking man. Wouldn't you agree?
What? Really? He oozes with charisma and he's good-looking?
Of course! What's with such a strange reaction?
Oh, it's nothing. Sure, I guess my husband can have those traits at times, but he seems really worn out and tired quite often lately, too. I have no idea what goes on in the minds of the kids your age these days, but…
Sure you don't. You don't want to because you're nothing but a jealous second-rate grandma. Besides, it's too late now for you to change anything. I was just doing you a favor by letting you know what's going on between me and Matthew. Even if I am 15 years younger than him, he already told me how he wants to marry me. The handsome doctor wants to marry me.
Oh, hold on a second. Did you say doctor? Really?
That's right. And a doctor's salary is about $500,000 a year. We will be set for life. Not to mention his father's private clinic. Soon enough, his father will retire and pass it on to Matthew. We will just be rolling in money. Oh, and of course, his house on the top floor of the apartment complex. It even has a garden in the back. Well, I am sure you know all about that, of course.
What in the world are you going on about? I'm sorry, but you lost me a while ago. I'm not following you at all.
My grandfather has to go to the hospital pretty regularly lately. He fell in love with his doctor's personality. He told me I should become a doctor too. That's when it hit me. Well, it helps that I am smart to begin with. I am already at the level I need to be to have gotten into New York Hospital. So either I become a doctor or I marry one.
Okay. You went off on a bit of a tangent there. You seem to really like to talk about yourself.
Well, of course. It's not like I really want to go through all the trouble of becoming a doctor.
What? Are you kidding me? Why even bother getting into such a great school?
Obviously, it's because you get respect. When you tell people you are in medical school, they start to look up at you and treat you differently. I became quite popular. But it didn't take too long before I found all the studying I had to do every day to become a real drag. I couldn't stand it after a while. But all that changed after I went to a party and met Matthew. The man who makes $500,000 a year. My charming and good-looking doctor. It must have been fate because he turned out to be the son of the doctor who took care of my grandfather. It was written in the stars for us to meet and become husband and wife.
To me, it sounds like a big lie. It's almost as if you're making fun of my husband by saying he would attend a party like that.
That is exactly why he left you. Because you constantly look down on him. You never take him seriously.
Of course, it's important to take your partner seriously and support them. I always support Matthew.
Let's stay on topic. We were talking about me anyway, not you. Anyway, after the party, Matthew and I fell in love. That's why I am telling you to hurry up and leave him already so we can start our life together.
Well, you two are quite brave, I have to say.
What do you mean by that? Are you making fun of me?
You seem to be trying to assert dominance and steal everything I have. From my standpoint, Matthew seems to be unable to determine right from wrong, going so far as to picking up young girls at parties.
Are you being sarcastic? What are you trying to say?
Oh, nothing. We clearly won't be coming to a conclusion tonight on whether or not Matthew and I will be divorcing. Let's give it a couple days and readdress it. Samantha, let me give you a little piece of advice.
I'm not sure what an old hag like yourself could teach me, but sure. What do you have to say?
I think you should get to know Matthew a little more. You need to understand him a little better before making any rash decisions.
What do you mean by that, hag? I'm not about to take advice from someone who just lost her husband to me. Don't make me laugh.
If you don't know him as much as you think you do, you may be surprised to find out you're not on the same page. This is where the most basic misunderstandings and mistakes come from. Just be careful. You could end up destroying your life if you keep continuing down this path. And with that, take care. I am sure I will talk to you soon.
Finally! You finally came to your senses and went through with a divorce. You're being such a big baby for the last 3 months, refusing to divorce my man. You're being so difficult.
I wasn't being difficult at all, actually. Since we last spoke, I thought it would be too impulsive and quick if I divorced Matt right at that moment. You aren't the only one who would be affected by it. The family as a whole would get wrapped up in the whole divorce, too. That could be chaos. But I finally gave Matt divorce papers without any trouble.
Wow, you are one pathetic loser. Amazing how you're trying so hard to save face right now. Oh well, I don't really care about anything else as long as you and Matt divorce. I'm glad you went through with the divorce, but you better not have any annoying lingering attachments toward him. You should just leave us alone from now on. He'll pay whatever you want in the divorce settlement, so all of that will be settled clean as well. But don't think about coming near us at any point. If you do, I will have the police called immediately.
That's funny. I should say the same thing to you. It seems you didn't take the advice I gave you 3 months ago seriously. Believe me, I want this whole thing to end neatly and cleanly too.
What? Oh, stop trying to save face already. You lost. Now leave us alone, Grandma. Hey, Amy, me again. Sorry to bother you. Well, not really. When are you going to be leaving that beautiful apartment with that garden?
Oh, you again. What are you talking about?
That's right. My last day for my current apartment is at the end of this month, so I need to get ready to move out. I want to hurry up and move all of my stuff over there so I can get out of there already. I can be there by noon tomorrow. Starting today, I can be the wife of a prestigious doctor. Being a housewife to a doctor is almost like being a celebrity. So, with that said, get out. You're the divorced old woman. You don't belong there anymore.
I don't know how to put this nicely, but what in the hell are you talking about? You can marry Matthew whenever you want. I don't care about that. But shouldn't you graduate from medical school first?
I already told you. Jeez, you must be losing your memory in your old age. I can just drop out now. It's fine. No big deal. I don't need to become a doctor.
What? Are you kidding? Why in the world would you drop out and throw away your entire future like that? You went through all the trouble of getting into medical school and you're just going to quit?
I already told you I hate studying. It's such a pain and a waste of time. Besides, I am set for life now. I will be having a new husband who makes $500,000 a year. I will do just fine for myself being a stay-at-home wife. That's why I just want to hurry up and drop out. I want to get rid of all that stressful nonsense.
I see. Well, that's a shame. Well, you have no one to blame but yourself. I told you if you kept going down this path, you could ruin your life.
Oh, what are you going on about now? You can stop the threats and trying to scare me. It's over. You lost, and Matthew is mine now. Are you okay in the head, or has your age finally taken its toll on you? You've been saying some weird things to me since the other day. Never mind all that. All I want you to do is hurry up and move out already. The longer you take to move out, the longer it'll be before his new trophy wife can move in and start her new life.
Okay, so tell me, why do I have to be the one to move out of this house? Besides, this house belongs to my parents.
Wait, what? You old bag. You must have a few screws loose in that head of yours. You mean that house belongs to Matthew's parents? Right? Right?
Well, this will be quite annoying to explain, but I guess it can't be helped. Matt's parents already moved back to upstate New York. They enjoyed more of the countryside lifestyle.
What? Upstate New York? Why in the world would they go there? They have a beautiful house with a garden. What do you mean they moved already?
I tried explaining this to you before, but you refused to listen. The one who is the doctor in the family is me.
What? No way. You're lying.
Not to mention, the father who owns his own medical practice is my father, not Matthew's. So the one next in line to inherit the practice is also me.
What? That can't be true. That's not what Matt said.
Well, I guess he made a mistake, or was simply making an excuse to lie and make himself sound more appealing to you. Or maybe he chose his words carefully. At the party, he said his family has a medical practice, but he didn't mention it was actually my family.
Wait, so is he not even a doctor? What does he do for a living? Tell me!
Matthew? Oh, that's easy. He's jobless. He doesn't work at all.
Jobless? Are you kidding me? This can't be real. My Matt would never be jobless. He is a doctor. He would have told me if he was homeless. He would have told me that.
Well, he worked at a factory a couple towns over for a while. But we got married, and about a year later, he quit working at the factory. He hated it. But since then, he hasn't worked a day in his life. I was the breadwinner and the one who made all the money in the family.
No way. You have to be lying. He was supposed to have a salary of $500,000.
Since the divorce, I heard he moved back to his hometown and is taking what jobs he can get so he can afford to pay me for the divorce settlement.
This is all a lie, right? Stop it. Just stop it. You're giving me serious anxiety now. Come on, you are just telling these lies because you are still trying to save face just like you did last time we spoke.
Well, it's true. Oh, by the way, how is your grandfather doing?
Huh? My grandfather? Why are you asking about him all of a sudden?
Well, the person taking care of him is my grandfather. So, since my grandfather knew him as a patient, I guess you can say they are acquaintances. I also knew him too. Well, when I was much younger.
Are you kidding me? You really knew my grandfather? That's impossible.
That's right. And once he heard that his granddaughter, you, was being a homewrecker and trying to take everything that's mine, he was pissed off. Not only that, but you dropping out of medical school will also make him mad. Did you really think there would be no repercussions for you in this situation?
What? My grandfather? I can't believe this is happening. Hey, Amy! It's Samantha again! Please answer me. We need to talk. I don't know how to say it, but we can't pay you the divorce settlement money. I mean, up until now, I have been living with my parents as a medical student. I don't even have a part-time job to make any money. So, clearly you can see how it would be impossible for me to pay you.
I tried to warn you, Samantha. The world isn't all sunshine and rainbows. Just because you come to me telling me you can't pay doesn't mean the problem disappears for you.
But please, have a heart. Don't you see it's impossible for me right now?
I will try giving you advice again. Maybe you'll listen this time. First, you should go back to live with your parents.
But I can't do that either. You really don't understand. That is the last place I would go. There is no way they would be happy I had to return home to live there again. I mean, if I go back home, my grandfather will be there. He'll still be so angry at me.
Well, there is no way this ends for you without your grandfather getting angry at you. Do you not understand this yet? There are consequences for your actions.
I mean, when you put it like that, I guess you're right. But still.
As for the divorce payments, you are an adult. You will need to do what you have to do to make the payments on time. I don't want to have to get a lawyer involved.
But I have no money at all. I am broke.
If this is going to be an issue, I suggest you get a lawyer. Maybe they will be able to help you out somehow.
A lawyer? I am telling you, I have no money at all. How can I possibly afford a lawyer?
You're an adult and you put yourself in this situation. You have to figure it out for yourself. With that, good luck and take care. So Samantha successfully stole my ex-husband who lied about being a doctor. She made mistake after mistake, especially not heeding my warning when we first spoke. I told her she should get to know who Matt really is before doing anything rash. Of course, she didn't listen. She was too excited about being the wife of a doctor. She even dropped out of medical school without even giving it a second thought. She was able to study enough to get accepted into medical school. I can't help but wonder why she would just drop out so quickly. Being able to study and just being smart are two very different things, I guess. I need to rethink what both of these things mean. I heard Samantha's grandfather has basically disowned her. Before he cut contact, he made an arrangement for her, though. He got Samantha a live-in job in a factory. Her hours are long and the work is brutal. He told her to get her act together and blocked her number. Hopefully, she not only makes some money, but learns a lesson. It's time for her to grow up and take responsibility for her mistakes. Even though she brought this upon herself, I wish her nothing but the best. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Feel free to leave a comment. Bye!